Thank you, Ralph. I think as well as acknowledging the band, we ought to acknowledge this director behind me, wherever he's gone, Ralph Ingalls. He's doing a terrific job. I'd like to say a word or two about a guest of honor for the band who's the inspiration for this band, Mr. George Donald Arnold, sitting down front here. I entered the new Kenwood High School in the fall of 1955 and went to the band room, and I played the trumpet, and my band director played the trumpet. And we have been friends ever since. He's just been a great inspiration to me. And it was a privilege to play for him in that band. And I'd just like to say a few words about him. I returned to the high school some years later to be on the faculty myself. And even though I had full rights and privileges to the faculty room, I could never quite bring myself to call my teachers by their first name. And so it's always Mr. Arnold for me, most comfortably. It was a great privilege to play in that band and to be under his instruction, and he has influenced just hundreds and hundreds of, in fact, maybe we should take a poll. If you have ever played in a band aside from our musicians behind me, but out here, if you've played in a band directed by him, or played with him, or in some other special way been influenced by Mr. Arnold and your love of music and your appreciation of it, put your hands up. Oh my goodness. Look out there. Mr. Arnold, you can look out there too. Very good. At our 60th reunion 3 years back, Mr. Arnold brought a combo made up of some of the current members of this band to our reunion. And we made a special effort to honor him, and we put an insert into the reunion program and said a few words about him. And Veterans Day has just passed, and all of that, and I thought I might just read a few of those lines to you. At the annual Hall of Fame Assembly on Friday, October 3rd, 2014, a longtime Kenwood High School band director, George Donald Arnold, was honored with a special humanitarian award for his service in promoting music and music education in the community. Though not a graduate of Kenwood High School, his work over the years has touched the lives of not hundreds, but literally thousands of instrumentalists. Some have gone on to become music educators themselves or professional players. Others have continued as active amateur players. All have benefited in one way or another from his teaching. And this was a few years ago. And he sets the example himself, continuing to this day. The DON Arnold Big Band is now preparing to release its 8th, well, now the 10th, I think, Blues on Parade CD. Mr. Arnold began his career in Baltimore County, fresh out of Peabody Institute, by helping to establish the instrumental programs at Chase, Mars Estates, and Back River Elementary Schools. Then moved to Kenwood High School at the old building, just up the road here, on Philadelphia Road in 1953. When a position became open, he continued to serve Chase Elementary while working primarily at the high school, and he went to the new Kenwood High School when that position became open there. He retired from the school system as band director at Kenwood in 1982. Born in Bedford, Pennsylvania, he graduated from high school there in 1943. He and his fraternal twin brother, William Dale, also a trumpet player, joined the Army Air Corps and were assigned as gunners on B-29s in the Pacific Theater. He smiles recalling how their mother wrote a personal letter addressed to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Washington, D.C., imploring him not to let those two boys serve in the same unit. While FDR did not likely read the letter himself, the request was granted, and the two were assigned to different squadrons. Mr. Arnold completed 13 missions as a B-29 right blister gunner, and sometimes he smiles when he admits this, assistant engineer. He told me he didn't know anything about the workings of that plane. He mentioned that toward the end of his service, one mission stands out in his memory. They were returning to base that August morning when a radio message brought the news that another B-29 had delivered a new and devastating weapon to the city of Hiroshima. The war would soon be over. Mr. Arnold, Mr. George Donald Arnold, we count it a great privilege to honor you today.
Thank you so much for those words. We're going to take a dinner break. We'll be back with the music. We're going to have our other wonderful singers will be with us. Tony and Dee are here. And we're going to do the music off our new CD. And just in order to get the band fed and back up here, we ask that you remain in your seats. Let them go graze first. And after they get their food so they can eat and then rinse their mouths and come up and play some more music for you. So let the band go through the line first, and you're welcome to join in. Thank you so much. We'll be back after the dinner break. Thank you.